What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new, I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to Linnea's character teaser, Companion on a Rainy Night. I'm quite curious to see what we get into here. Linnea seems like a fun character, though she admittedly is a little bit overshadowed by some of the area expansion stuff that we're getting this version, but I am nonetheless curious to learn more about her and see if my interest in her goes up after this. So with that in mind, feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, consider becoming a channel member if you want to support me just that little bit extra, and let's get into this. Alright. Immediately starting.
You made yourself a disguise to stop them bullying you?
Oh!
Yeah. Alright.
Is this the story of them meeting?
I'll just sit here and we can chat. Okay?
That's fucking adorable. Why would anybody bully the little guy?
That sometimes Snezhnaya and Faye will secretly switch their own child with a human baby.
Yep, we heard as much. That's her backstory.
The child seems very human at first,
but then shows signs.
On the outside. Before long, she realizes that she's different.
Ah, yes.
But she also knows she must hide her identity if she wants to survive. Hey, look! I've never seen hair like hers before. Wow, yeah! Those look like wings! Did you used to be a bird? Don't touch! It's my new hairstyle!
Aww.
My mom did it for me.
Interesting.
She spent so long trying to be like other people. She just wanted to fit in.
Yeah, okay.
But try as she might, it never seemed to work. She was a square peg in a round hole. It was time to embrace her differences.
There it is. If you can't be what everyone else is like, do what is special for you.
I can't believe this day has come.
Looks like you don't need that old hat anymore. Look after yourselves. I'll always remember the conch gang.
We'll miss you too, old boss.
Interesting. Interesting.
All right. The rain stopped.
Very cute. Very
Time to
adorable.
go. Don't worry about being different.
Yeah.
The world's a big place, full of wonders and surprises. Keep exploring, and one day, you're sure to find others just like you.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Maybe you just found people like you.
You wanna come with me?
Fucking adorable. Fucking
Let's go, then.
adorable.
The wide world awaits.
Hell yeah. That's cute. As I was saying, this is fucking adorable. It's quite straightforward, all things considered. Its message is very clear and directly stated, but it is very cute to see this aspect of her past that we had hinted towards in the special program, but now we explore a little bit more and tie it into her first meeting with her little Fae friend that I'm forgetting the name of, but that is like part of her kid and all. And of course, bringing it all together with this idea, this theme, this message more so, that it's okay to be different, and in fact, leaning into your unique aspects, your strengths, whatever it may be, the things that make you different, you will be more happy for it, as trying to imitate others will simultaneously not be your true self, and will be a difficult thing to do if it doesn't come naturally to act the way that others do. And on top of that, you will find it far more difficult to meet other people and discover other people who are like the true you. So rather than pretending or faking it or whatever, being true to yourself, true to what you like, what you don't like, how you act, within reason, of course, you know, be kind to others and all that. But if you are more true to yourself and express yourself more freely, though you may not attract the people who are quote-unquote normal, you will find yourself running into the people who might share the same opinions as you, or might share the same sort of habits as you or interests as you, which once again is far from a groundbreaking idea, but is a very nice and heartwarming one and a good message to give out nonetheless. And ultimately, I don't actually have that much more to say about this given how just straightforward it is, but the one thing I do want to touch on is this idea of changeling fae and how it's believed that these Shinesnayan fae known as changelings will swap their own child with that of a human baby, basically place a fae child into a human family secretly, that kind of thing, which is a very, very classic sort of folk mythology idea that's pulled pretty much straight out of some like old mythology stuff. But I'm very intrigued that we're getting a character with that as their backstory of being the fae that was raised by a human family because of this. Because thinking about that sort of trope and idea, usually the stories of this kind of thing, of changelings that do this kind of thing, of it being a sort of mysterious and scary and concerning, potentially even malicious thing. Often the changeling child is sort of this uncontrollable, inhuman creature is how they're portrayed, and often there's a lot of fear and unease placed on what happens to the taken human child. But so with that in mind, the fact that we are getting a character and even just the portrayal of this teaser that presents this pre-existing folklore idea but directs us to feel pity and sadness for the fae child who's been placed into the human world, basically not acknowledging the human child that was swapped out, and then inevitably feel happy for the fae child coming into her own. It's interesting to me that we do that. I don't think inherently there's anything wrong with it, but it is very intriguing to me that we take this usually more sort of scary story idea from folklore and turn it into this more sort of wholesome coming into your own story of the fae in this scenario, which I feel like there's some potential there. I could very much see, whether or not they go this direction, there being some interesting stuff you could do with that premise. Like, I could totally see a storyline for a like character quest or something that involves perhaps meeting, say, the human child that was then raised by the fae or whatever, who meets and potentially confronts Linnea, and there's some conflict there between the two because the one was a human sort of taken from their family and from human society, and the other was placed into human society but never truly fit in. So there would be this sort of interesting dichotomy and contrast that probably inevitably would be a wholesome sort of like they realize that they're more alike than not or whatever. I feel like there's some kind of story you could do there if they really wanted to sort of really explore this changeling fae idea from this more charitable to the fae perspective. And who knows if they will, but this is just sort of where my brain is led by this. But with all that said, I don't honestly have that much else to say about the teaser. It's very straightforward, very simple, very clear in its message, very cute, wholesome, all that kind of stuff. But because of that, I don't really have too much more to say. So feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and very special thanks to all of my channel members, including Amor Basilica, Dweller, Pokelove101, and Unusual Echo at the normal tier, and Kondo Nano at the cool person tier. Really appreciate your support, as always, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye!